So we should know that with these guys where we're mixing things together, right? Mixing, that means adding. So you have something that you're going to combine with something else to get a new total amount of something else with a new percentage in front. So it says an alloy of metals is 40% iron. Another alloy is 35% iron. Okay, so far they've given us 2%, 1% here and 1% there. It says how much of each should be mixed. Mixed, this is the plus sign, to make 500 grams. So you want to make, that means equal. 500 grams, that's the total amount of an alloy that's 38%. So they even give you this percent right here, okay? So they give you the 38% that goes right there. They give you the 40% that goes over here. They give you the 35%, which we're going to put right there.
I'm confused.
You're confused? So we have 40% as a decimal. We're going to put it as 0.40. And the amount, do they tell us how much of the 40%? Does it say anything like that? No, it doesn't. Okay. So let me just continue writing this thing. Plus, the other one's 35%. So I'm going to put 0.35. And we don't know that amount either. Actually, the question is, how much of each? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this amount and this amount. They're asking for how much of each to give us a total amount, which is 500. So I'm going to put equals, I'm going to put the 500 right over here. Okay? Now, what's the percent of that final product I want? I want 38% iron. 500 grams of 38% iron. So 38% as a decimal, we'll go ahead as 0.38. I do admit this is one of the harder questions in Algebra 1, right? Creating these equations, these mixture equations. So, do I know how much, 40%? How many grams? Or, no, I don't, right? So what do I put when I don't know? There you go, X. Okay. So do I know how much of the 35%? No, so what do I put? X. It would be nice if I could put X, but check this out. If I say that this is also X and this is X, I'm saying that they're the same exact amount. So in other words, that would be saying that this would have to be 250 plus 250 to get your total amount 500. So it's not X. We need to think a little bit more. Now think about this. Let's pretend that this X was 1. 1 gram plus how many more grams would I need to get to 500?
499.
499, right? In that case, right? So what if this were, let's say it were 10. What would this be? 490. Let's say this were 7. What would this be? This would be
490.
There you go. So what's going on? What math is going on in your head when I tell you that this is 1? Oh, well, what you're doing is taking the 500 and subtracting 1. So that's exactly how to get this amount right here. You're taking the 500 and you're subtracting 1 from it. If it were 1, but it's not 1, what are we really subtracting? X, because we don't know what it really is. So I hope we understand this. I will give you 1 point just for coming up with this equation right here. Okay, now after that, you need to be good with the calculator and be good at solving. So help me out. If I do 0.40 times x, that's just going to be 0.4x. How about right here, I'm going to have to distribute 0.35 times 500. Help me out.
175.
No decimal?
No.
Okay, perfect. 175, even better. And how about 0.35 times negative x? It's going to be a negative 0.35x. Okay, and the right side of the equal sign, what's 0.38 times 500?
190.
100 and what?
90.
190? Okay, I'm trusting you guys because I don't have my calculator with me. Okay, so we have this new equation. Whoa. We have this new equation. All we need to do is solve it. Now, if I didn't have a calculator, I would get rid of the decimals by multiplying everything by 100. But we do have calculators, so we don't really have to worry about it. Let's just start combining like terms. How about 0.4x minus 0.35x. That's like 40 cents to take away 35 cents. So what do I get? Thank you, 0.05x. Okay, let me bring everything down. The plus 175, the equal sign, and the 190. Okay, so how do I get rid of that 175? Okay, so let me get down to my final step here. I have a 0.05x equals 15. And now at my final step, divide by 0.05. Divide by 0.05. Calculator time. 300. Whoa, that's not moving. So x equals 300. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to understand what we just found. What did we just find? These x equals 300. Let me bring it up here. What was x? Let me bring it over here. What was x in our equation? Where's x? It's right here. Does that make sense? So we found out that it's 300 what? 300 grams of what? Of the 40% alloy mix, which means that this other guy has to be what? 200 grams. And that's the answer right there. We have 300 grams of the 40% mix, of the 40% alloy. And we have 200 grams of the 35%. Iron. Yes?
How would it be